That's weird though.
So, all right. Jesus fucking Christ.
It's like I can't hear Trevor, but somehow I heard him. Oh, I was about to get an ad. Oh, there's another ad. I can't close out of that one, but oh well. All right.
The Phantom just went live on Twitch, gentlemen.
Oh no, did he? We gotta
Just wanted you to know.
we gotta deal
Or
with
the
this guy.
Phantom.
The Phantom.
The Phantom.
Yeah. Wow. What a great way to start a freaking stream. Just have like, the thumbnail of a video showing the Python shell. This is the real Python shell.
It's a jape.
Yep. Sorry,
It's
I
not
lied.
really live the whole time.
Yep. So let's see. We need
We're
this
live streaming a recording.
loop. I'm just listing off what we're probably going to talk about. Probably. We're probably not going to talk about input, which is, one of the
We need to
main
finish functions.
functions.
Like, that's like super fucking important.
I mean, this is out of order, so
Um,
what else?
let's see. At some point we need to get into objects, but I don't know if we.
No, objects are.
That's like
That's probably in the next.
too far.
The objects we're going to talk about that on the next stream. I'm hearing myself.
What the fuck do you mean you're hearing?
Oh, never mind. That's Discord.
What?
How was it? Never mind. Let's just continue. So we got for while loop, input, functions. That sounds about right.
What the fuck is that coming from?
It shouldn't be coming from my computer because, first of all, my computer's muted.
Are you sure your computer is muted? Because I can definitely hear audio.
Apparently, it's freaking coming out from my computer after I muted it.
Did you?
Oh boy.
Did you mute? Did you mute the audio on your actual speakers or just the TV?
I literally muted the laptop. So it's probably the playback. I don't know.
Well, like that, you shouldn't be hearing anything.
Here, I just set it to line once. Testing. There we go. Oh, nope. Still there. Oh. Wait. Here, let me stop that. Let me just leave the call. Remember last time that was the problem. So good. They now know about all of you guys' Discord.
Beautiful.
And
by the way, you should definitely enable streamer mode.
what's a streamer mode? Oh, never mind. We'll do it next time. So, for, while, loop, input, functions. What else?
I don't know. What else?
We're not going to talk about object-oriented yet. Hello, streamer? Hi. Hello. 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 And that's pretty much it, right? Just 3 topics, I guess. Shorter than last time. We're not going to stay up till 1 doing this.
Yeah.
So.
That seems reasonable to me.
Okay, I guess we're going to start off with the input, right?
I mean, we can.
All right.
I feel like we should finish functions.
Function? Oh, yeah.
Like, since we did most of it. Like, the last thing is just to talk about return statements.
So, return statements, right?
Yeah, dude.
So,
return statements.
I guess a good example, or a simple example would be making a simple arithmetic expression here. So it's like, so we got sum is equal to 2 plus 2. Oh boy, I wonder what 2 plus 2 is equal to. And you just print out sum in this case. And I'm not going to forget about I'm thinking Perl. Oh no.
What the fuck is that shit?
It's going to print out 4 because we're going to define the function 2 up here, and we're going to say return 2. Now, I have a question for you. Is this right? Because I forgot.
Yes, this is in fact correct.
All right. So, I'm just gonna maybe leave a comment here. It's like, this returns the number 2. And here, what we're gonna do is add up whatever the function 2 returns and add it up by 2. So it's like, in this case, it'll be 4. I put down 2, and then it'll print 4, or I shouldn't say that, shows 4 in the shell. So if we just do, run this code right now, I'm gonna call it main2 because I'm very creative. I forgot to do that. So in order to call the function in the shell, just type in the function name in parentheses. Or alternatively, what you can do is what I think I remember doing when I was writing Python. I just call the function here, right?
No, that actually won't do what you want it to do.
Really?
I mean, it will, but like not. What you actually want to do is you want to do if.
Is this a new thing in Python, or?
No, it's
Because I remember just typing up the function name and it automatically.
It will work. I think like test it.
Yeah. So here we go. It should.
But
yeah. So I didn't have to type in main like you see in the top.
If you want it to work like it does in C++, then what you're looking for is, I'll send it to you in Discord. You should just move on.
Okay. So.
Unless you should explain that like a return statement can return anything that like that you can store into a variable basically.
Right. So in this case, let's say Joe Dane, I forgot what it's called. That common name that they say is
John Doe.
John Doe. So if I say
Joe Dane.
I don't know. So using, let's try a different function because I don't want to say like Jane Doe.
That's also one of them.
Wait, what was the first one?
John Doe.
John Doe. I'm gonna call this one John with no H because the H is silent. So I'm just gonna return John.
Or John Snow, alternatively.
John Snow.
Yeah.
Wait, I forgot. There's no semicolons in Python, right? Yeah.
What?
I've been dude. I learned Perl this morning. Or the basics of Perl.
I mean, it doesn't
and
matter. Like you can put semicolons.
yeah, but it's gonna be misleading. They're gonna think
optional.
they're gonna think like, oh, what's a semicolon do? It's like, well, it does nothing in Python, but it means a lot in other languages. So, what I'm going to do here, replace the function 2 with John. Similarly to the previous example, it will replace this function here with John, and it will append Doe to it, so we have that boring common name.
Well, now you're
John
just
Doe.
insulting people who have that name.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
I wonder if anybody has that name.
Oh, no.
There has to be people that have the name Doe.
Doe with the silent H at the end.
Yes.
Here, I'll put
Question.
Doe. So I forgot to put a space here. So what I need to do is I should either put a space here or here, but I'll put it at Doe. I don't want to change John. John is a nice guy. He didn't do anything wrong.
What return basically does is...
There we go. There's a space between John and Doe with the silent H at the end.
When you consider... Let's see. How do I put this? Wait, what?
You go on, you can...
Because Andre wants to stream it. That's basically the reason.
I can do.
Okay, so the
Wow, I forgot the H from math.
yeah, you can do Matt.
I can.
Oh my God. He's married, Trevor.
I'm not married.
No, we're talking about Matt Pat.
Oh God.
Um,
Let me get rid of this. This is gonna be misleading here. So what were you saying about return?
so return, basically the way you can think about return is after the function runs, you can sort of pretend that where the function was called, you can consider it like a variable that that stores the value that's in the return statement. So like there in John, for instance, yeah, in John you can see that it returns the string John, right? So when we call John, exactly, exactly. So when you print something, you're explicitly like you're just printing it into the console, right? So you can't actually do anything with it. When you return something, you're actually like able to use the value.
What you could probably think of return is like the value of the whole function, right?
Yeah.
So the whole function is like the variable, and then return is the value. So in this case, I can do math would return. Oh wait, it wouldn't return because I forgot the keyword return. That's very important. It would not return combined numbers. I keep forgetting. Yeah. Find x. No thanks.
Right. So okay. So an example, right? When you so right now you're going to be a little bit behind what Andre is doing. But in a minute, you're gonna see here in main, he goes ahead and he types out sum is equal to I can do math plus 2. And so the reason why you can do that is because you're using a return statement, right? You're returning a value. If you print the statement, or like if you print the value instead, you can't do anything with it. All it does is put it into the console, which is only sort of useful for debugging purposes. Like that's what print is really good for. Other than that, for the most part, you don't use print per se. Not quite. So like, let's see.
Wait, what was the question?
The question was so return, like, does it allow you to use things from other functions? So no. Basically, what return does is a lot of what you're doing in programming is going to be sort of doing math or doing manipulations on data, right? So you're either going to be like doing some math with some numbers, or you're going to be like doing something to a string, or you're going to be doing something to an object or something like that. And what returns do, right? What returning something does is basically give you a way to take that finished value, whatever it is, back out of the function once you're done with it. So right, so like you can make a function that sums two numbers, but you can't do anything with that if you don't return the sum of the two numbers. Yes? So yeah, so Andre is not making hashtags. That's how you do comments in Python. Yep, those are comments.
Yeah. So those number signs are really saying hashtag really. It used to make me cringe, but I could say it easily. But I know that's not the real name. I heard it called like shebang.
No, it's hash. It's just hash.
Yeah, it's a number sign.
Yeah, like
or sharp. in C sharp or
Yeah,
in the
good.
music, world,
But
you
like,
call that sign sharp.
but yeah. So Trevor, do you sort of get now what we mean? Like what a return statement is, like what returning does.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a little bit complicated here. I didn't mean to have it this difficult. I mean, this is kind of like a little review. So I'm just trying to.
The value of combined numbers is able to be used outside of it. It's specifically the value, not the variable itself. Exactly.
You don't need to do math.
So
No.
a good way to sort of imagine it, and it helps a lot to think about it this way. And you can think about it the same way. You can think about variables the same way. Imagine that when the code is being run, you replace, right? You replace all the variables with the values that they store, right? So imagine that in the same vein, right? When you run code,
Or wait,
you can replace the function name, right, with the value that it returns after it's run.
Here, I'm going to use a Boolean example here. So, if you're in a doghouse, you have
Does
to
that
do
make sense?
math. So,
I mean, does that make sense?
if that doghouse. So, what is he asking?
I'm just sort of clarifying return statements.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm just giving out another example using the Boolean values.
I mean, like I would love, I may actually make another video later that sort of just goes over how to think about return statements on Andre's channel, or maybe even on mine. Just to clarify it more, and obviously, I can talk with you on Discord, but it is a really important concept, so you got to have it super solid. Like it's sort of paramount. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's so remember how I said before that when you returned the variable, you weren't returning the variable, you were returning its value. So you can put a value there as well. So it's the same as when Andre did the function 2 when he had it returning the value 2. So in this case, right, it's going to actually return 2, or true, or false.
It's going to be true. I set it to true.
Whereas if he had a variable that had the value true or false inside of it, it would be the same sort of thing.
Let me just take this out. That's not needed. It's probably better if I just have it down here.
By the way, Andre, you should really talk more.
Okay. Well, I mean,
you are streaming.
I want you to explain. Like,
Well, yeah, but
I mean, the one thing I was worried about is like, if,
I'm sort of having a conversation that people who are in the stream wouldn't be able to hear. The other side of.
Well, yeah. I mean, no, you're getting picked up. Don't worry.
The other side of.
Oh.
Like they can't hear the questions being asked. Unless I repeat them.
Oh, that's true.
I
mean, okay. So what I did here is I just come up with a little story, like, if you got kicked out and you gotta sleep in the doghouse. If you do need to sleep in the doghouse, let me find my cursor. It's hard to see it on the TV. So if you are sleeping in the doghouse, you gotta do some math, but it's rigged, so you only have 2 numbers to deal with and 1 formula. So I'm just gonna go down through this main function here. So let me get rid of that. So if you are in the doghouse, in which case is true, so we just take a look at the doghouse function. We got the value here. If you remember, we did parameters last time, right?
Yes, we did parameters last time.
So we're just passing the value true to this parameter called value in the doghouse function. So in this case, it is true that we are in the doghouse. Oh no. So in case we are in the doghouse, here, I should make these comments so that way. In case we are in the doghouse, this is what's going to happen. We are in the doghouse. Okay, we get that. You have to do some math to get out so you can sleep on your bed. And then we're going to return the value true. So that's just a little like prelude or a little story, right? So we go down here because it returns true. So this whole function is like a variable. Again, I don't know if you want to look at it that way. And then true being the value. So here it will replace this function here with true because that's what the return value is. So if true is equal to true, then we come down here and we see, oh, I can do math function. So that is being called. So we go back all the way up here. Don't forget that I put in a few parameters, 2 and 4. And so we just substitute x and y to be 2 and 4 respectively. And in this case, we're not looking for x. We're just looking for whatever the random formula that I just threw in there. So we got x to be 2, so we got 2 times 2 is equal to 4, plus 4 is 8, and it returns that value 8. So I can do math is now replaced with 8. So we can replace, can be replaced with 8. So, and then we print out, congrats, you did math. And then we also come up with, you can now sleep with your not angry spouse. So if we just run this code now, I have an invalid syntax. So close. I just need to put a colon. I keep forgetting my colon. Yeah. So if we do F5 again, I forgot.
Wow, are you typing C++ here,
Wow,
Andre?
apparently I am.
Wow.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you know.
You did that all over there. You did it in the if statements.
Oh my.
In main. Holy shit.
Hey.
That's a completely different language, but
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, folks. I'm spreading false news here, or false.
Fake news, you mean?
Not fake news.
false news.
False information
I'm
here.
spreading false news.
No, I'm sorry. This is not what I meant. I meant I'm misguiding you guys to, using, C++ syntax and C and other languages that are not Python. Most of the languages are not.
Several languages that are not Python.
Another syntax error. What is it now? Am I forgetting? Oh, another colon.
It seems like you forgot all the colons, actually.
I did, because I'm thinking about C and C++ and Perl. No, I don't think Perl does that. I don't know. I haven't got that far yet. All right. Well, this is good because now they know.
Hey, Andre, what about your else statements, bud?
My else statement. Yes, I need that too. Gosh. I am definitely.
Yeah, you have 2 of those, by the way.
I am definitely on a roll here with errors. Let me see them errors. So, alright, you're in the doghouse. You had to do math to get out. Congrats, you did math. You can not wait, hold on a second. I did not print out the sum, did I? Yeah, I got rid of the variable, that's why. So, I can do math. Yeah, so let me, I'm gonna make a new variable. I did everything that I mentioned earlier before I had all those series of errors. But another thing you can do with a function that returns something is like
I believe we went over in the last one that you probably shouldn't use the word sum as a variable since it's a keyword.
Right.
Or
Sorry.
like a built-in function.
Total. Total's a common one. Yeah. So. Yeah, that's a good idea. No, if you see something highlighted, don't like make that as a variable or make that a value because it's probably not what it you think it is. So in this case, I just replaced it with total, and it's black, so it's not purple. Great. So another thing you can do with return function is so you see here I'm going to capture the 8 from I can do math function. I'm not going to change any numbers or anything. I'm just going to add in a variable here. So it's going to make total equal to 8 and it'll print out total as opposed to saying built-in function sum because that's not a number. So you're in a doghouse. You have to do some math to get out. Congrats, you did math. Behind the scenes. I didn't print out saying you're executing this function, but congrats, you did math. You can sleep with your not angry spouse. 8. If value is equal to true is the same as if value. Yeah, I mean that's true, but I will do that shortly. It's just like I just want to do a little bit of review. Like, yeah, you can just do it like this, leaving value there, and we don't need parentheses for it. Let's go.
Wow, there are 2 people watching.
Well, I didn't.
And you're
know.
making all of these wonderful, delicious.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, here, let me try it with the no.
We actually did do that last time, by the way.
What the?
You don't have to do if something is equal to true.
Right, but
we did talk about that.
Yeah, but I just want to make it, like a review. Like, it's like as opposed to just writing out just the values. Like, well, I just want to make sure that you guys know that it's equal to true. So let me try it without the parentheses. Oh wait, I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. So where's my cursor? There it is again. Can't find it on the TV. I'm far away. Okay, it does print. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you. I probably forgot about that from the last video, even though we were, talking about if statements for probably like 30 minutes, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Thank you. All right. So we kind of like reviewed about variables and if statements, conditional, functions. What else is there we need to talk about? Functions. Or here, I can just do another like smaller, like another example that pretty much. So let me say def1 returns 1. So does Trevor understand?
I guess we can talk about the fact that well, maybe not. Probably shouldn't go over that just yet. We can talk about that when it's more valuable or when it's more relevant later. But basically, you can try to remember that we didn't talk about the fact that you can use Jesus Christ!
You're forgetting. This is not your night.
The terminology is fucking falling away from me.
No, what is it like? What are you describing? Keep losing the mouse. This freaking screen is too far away.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
All right. Yeah.
To say it in more or less words. Basically, you can pass functions around in variables and through functions and shit. Like we were talking about with using the function pointers in C++, you can do that in Python as well.
Oh gosh, no, that's.
It's just not with pointers.
Yeah, remember, we're not scaring people away.
Talk about that later,
function pointers. Yeah, that's probably. Remember, this is beginners. It's like, yeah, we're gonna throw you in with pointers and
first
Python.
Class
it's
objects.
like, how?
That's the damn term.
Wait, what?
Functions are first class objects in Python.
First
That's
class function.
basically what that means.
Alright. So, are we good with functions, or?
Yeah, I think we're good with functions.
So we should move on
So
to
you can talk about input now.
input? Okay. You gotta refresh me on that.
What do you mean?
How do you do input?
Well, you have to ask Trevor what type of input he wants.
I think it's C right there. You saw me put that F right there. Okay. Enter your name. Here we go. We're gonna learn about inputs now. So this is a great time to look up what it
I mean, why not?
I mean, unless you know it from the top of your head, and I don't want to.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
C++ has lambdas now. I'm not familiar with lambdas. Jason, do you know?
Yeah, I do. I don't know. There's I personally still would prefer function pointers for the purposes that I actually use them for to lambdas. Like, lambda functions are nice and all. Like, if you want to just write some shit in place.
Oh, okay, that's how you do it. It's a special function called input. How intuitive.
But hey, Trev, what type of input were you talking about, bud?
What is thou name?
Oh. Okay, yeah, that's
I'm going to print out.
cool. Andre's about to do that then.
Is he? Oh my god, I'm thinking freaking Perl again. Jeez, today's class really got to me. And I should also get rid of this because there's no such thing as total.
Trevor wishes to point out that it should be thy name, not thou.
Alright, there we go.
Good catch.
Thank you. Let me fix something here. Well, I mean, how was I supposed to know? I thought it was thou, but the Threv is correct. Knows his Elizabethan.
Elizabethan.
Elizabeth.
Oh my god.
That's that's a word. Alright, so Control F5. I guess, oh yeah, I'm not. Alright, there we go. Control F5. What is thy name? It's, Andre? Andre, question mark. But, or here, I could be like, and it doesn't have to do with strings too. Again, if you could put something into a variable, you can do that. So if I just say, boring num1, because people will just say num or num1, num2, right? So it's like, enter your first number. And we're just going to add them together or do something with it. Boring num or not uncreative variable name. Jason, don't. By the way, don't name your variables after what you're seeing on the screen. You don't want to make a long variable name. It'll be.
I mean, Java programmers would disagree with you on that. Fuckers.
Don't be like me. Anyway, so what's your favorite number? Your favorite number. That's a long ass string.
Actually, I don't know what the general like Python programming like paradigm says about variable names. Variable with underscore. Thank you, World's Ender.
Oh wait, here I need to put. Okay, number 1, or I just shorten it up to be num1, num2. We're just going to implement like what we just learned not so long ago, and return num1. Yeah, just add.
That's
num2. And that's it. So we're going to do that.
that's actually a lot closer to the way that it would be generally accepted to do in C++.
Boy.
What? Well, I'm talking about like variable naming conventions.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, really? Like, just adding up the two parameters in the return?
No, I'm actually not. I wasn't seeing what you were doing there.
Okay. First parameter would be boring num1, and then the second one would be uncreative variable name. And then we're going to print out. We're going to print out total as opposed to name, because name does not exist. So
And a lot of electronic filters can be used for these same things.
we're going to send the two variables, the two numbers, I shouldn't call them variables, to the function, the add function, function. There we go. Okay, so let me just run the code here. So what's your first number? I'm going to go with 13. Don't be like me. Anyways, what's your favorite number? 17. What the heck did I do wrong? I end up getting 13, 17.
Did you add two strings together by any chance?
Yes, I did. I gotta convert them to ints. I remember now.
So this is an important lesson.
Yep. I just gotta convert it to int. Make sure you do that, because Python, you don't need to put in data types. It's just assumed to be some random data type, right? Or
well,
string.
input returns strings. That's the reason why you got strings.
So 13 plus 17 does not equal 13, 17, obviously. Or, I mean, unless I've been taught wrong. But anyway, run the code. We're gonna put in 14. And what? Whoa. Okay. Alright. Error. Beautiful. This is what I need. Invalid. Base 10. Oh. Let me see that again. Probably I screwed up somewhere. I mean, of course I did. Where's my mouse? Okay, there it is. Jeez. There we go. There you go. Okay, so what I probably did was I put like a space, or like my fingers weren't registering. They just like, here, let me press shift enter J space something. It's like before I even typed up a number. So yeah. Or I wonder if you can just convert without having to, you know, I'm pretty sure this is a common way to do it. Like, they do the conversion at the point where you get the input, as opposed to doing it elsewhere, right?
Huh?
They would just do like the conversion here along with input, and as opposed to doing the, you know, the conversion here or elsewhere. It's okay.
Don't worry about it.
Alright, import operator, add the question.
Operator not add.
I'm not familiar with that. Let's see. Import operator. Do you know what that is? I mean, we sure got stumped.
I'm sort of like I'm not 100%. I'm trying to read this textbook, dude. I'm sorry.
No, you're perfectly fine. I mean, all right, let me. Yeah, we're just doing something simple like Eli 5, something you see like in that area, right? And we're also trying to teach absolute beginner, like, hey, like, Actually, I'm just going to do a quick lookup on that. I mean, I don't want to completely avoid the topic, so
Digital filters are very important.
so it's import
Part of
operator
DSP.
operator add.
Just doing what I of course.
Oh. Oh, that reminds me of Bash. Like, I just look at the Python docs or whatever online, and it has like operator.lt, and then it has like the parameters a, b, lt, le equal, ne. Yeah, that just reminds me of Bash a little bit, if I remember correctly. But that's interesting.
I mean, you would know. You're doing it more recently than I am.
Right.
I haven't touched Bash in a little while.
I hate Bash.
I don't know why you dislike Bash so much. It's nice.
Okay, the function, using it for whatever you want is great, but like I just hate the syntax. That's like the main thing. Like I know how to do like the assignments and stuff. Like I can think. I can design the algorithm, whatever, or like, you know, come up with like, hey, oh, I need to take two random numbers and add them together, and if the sum is greater than this, do this. But like when it comes to the if statements, especially, it's like I need to have double brackets. I have to have a space between the first character and the next bracket, and like why? Like, watched JonTron earlier, and he's like, I always see him like, or in some videos, he'd be like, yes, you can do that, but why? So, all right. So, functions. For a while, we did some input. Is there anything else special with inputs? Is there like,
I mean,
another basic input thing?
Nothing I can immediately think about.
No, that's a lot of damage.
You know, World's Ender. It's funny that you say that. So we actually have been doing some random programming challenges recently. But that's not what we do on this particular stream.
So I'm just gonna move on to for and while. So let's say none, and then we say, oh my gosh, this is C++. I just realized that.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
I'm sorry. Range is capitalized, right? No, it's not purple. So, no, stop thinking like that. And then if, wait, we want to count down. No, never mind. I'll just start from here. Doesn't matter. If I is equal to 10, then just print out like something game related.
I don't know. Come up with something.
Game set. No. Go. Yeah, they say that a lot. Like Rocket League, Smash. I know Team Fortress 2 has this, I don't know, different dialogue, I think. I don't remember. I play that game a lot. So if I just run this code now, it's probably going to give me a syntax error. I knew it. Keep forgetting my colon. There we go. So, how would you explain for loops? It just loops the code. It loops pretty much whatever's inside the loop body. So what I could do I'm gonna do like what JonTron did earlier. There, let me just actually let me do multi-line here. That's a multi-line comment, so let me just.
Well, okay, so you should be to be more accurate, technically speaking, when you do the triple quotes, it's called a doc string.
A doc string.
Yes, which so you could technically print that that comment there that you're making. The only thing is that if it's
that's what I was taught it as, so it's.
Well, you can use it as a multi-line comment. That's the thing, because if there's not actually anything like acting on it, it doesn't do anything.
And what's it called?
A doc string.
A
DOC string.
Oh, it's. Wow.
Just to be technically correct.
So.
But you can use it as a multi-line comment.
Right. So I'm just gonna print out. I'm gonna print out the numbers one by one. You get the idea. Yeah, you get the idea. I'm just gonna write that down here. It's just, well, I mean, it's like, and then if I just print out 10, or in this case, I'm just gonna stick to doing what the for loop did. And if I just run this now, it just runs 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You don't see the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because, or the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 because I was too lazy. To avoid having to write out 10 print statements, to write out 10 different numbers, and in this case, like, if you're just counting up, you can just use a for loop or a while loop. Apparently, they tell me, like, at school, like, you know, what you can do with a for loop is you can also do with a while loop, and vice versa. It's just different syntax, and, well, with for, there's a limit, like a range, whereas a while, you kind of need to make sure, like, you have a guard statement that will eventually be false. So, yeah. But why? I can't delete that colon. I need that colon. Alright. Why is it? Never mind. I know why. So, let me see. Something equivalent to a while loop. Same deal, no gimmicks. Again, with for loops, it's more like you know how many times you want to like print out the number in this case, whereas a while loop, you kind of don't know how long it lasts, and eventually you make the guard condition, which is pretty much like in the if statement, the condition to see if it's true or false in the while loop. So this is the guard statement here. Actually, let me right here. Anything you can do with for can be done. Oh my gosh. Can be done with while loop. That's probably a sketch. A stretch, not sketch. So in this case, if I say I is greater than, okay, that's not a good idea. If I is less than 10, don't forget my colon. I also need to declare what I is. I'll do it after the for loop. So I is equal to 0. That's where we want to start out from. And I just print out what the value of I is, and then I increment it. So in order to increment it, you can do it this way. Can you do this in Python? The plus plus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you can. But I'm going to stick to this. So
Okay.
not plus 2. We don't need that. Okay, so you can take a guess. It's going to do the same thing. I guess I'm just going to leave go there, so that way it separates the for loop from the while loop. I'm just going to run the code now. It did not. Oh,
Does it not have I++?
Because it stops at 9. Because I forgot, like, in computer science world, you gotta start from 0.
Oh my god.
Believe it or not. So you won't be wrong if you count.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, alright, cool.
What
So,
happened?
World's Ender, thanks for both of those clarifications. Yeah, so it doesn't have I++.
Okay, cool.
It just has plus equals.
But
Man.
okay, but just want to finish up in the output. As you can see, it prints out 0 through 9 twice. So I'm just going to separate the for loop and the while loop with the go print. So.
And then also regarding the not multi-line comments.
Right.
I guess it's only actually a doc string, technically speaking, if it's the first statement of a module, function, class, or method definition, which makes sense because it's only documentation in that case.
Right.
Otherwise, it's just a multi-line string. So.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. I mean, I may not know like too much about that, but like I'll get there eventually, or refresh myself, because it's been like so it's 2017, 2014, I believe is the last time.
What, you used Python for real?
2014, 2015. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say for real, but I don't know, because I can't do like what I see people do on the internet. It's like I can, scrape images and like do this. I'm just here like, well, I know how to draw a box. So, just got any questions about the loops though? Because I feel like I didn't really explain well about that. Anything from Trevor? Okay, we're getting it. Alright, let me set probably another example. Oh, I'm going to combine the inputs. So,
okay, so is that the question? Okay, so the question was, do you need both of those for creating a loop? The answer is no. Either of them is a loop. They are both looping control structures. What is while compared to if? Right, so while is actually a looping structure, right? So when statements run through a while loop, they will, once it hits the end of the loop, it will start back again at the top of the loop as long as the looping condition is met, right? An if statement, it's not a looping structure. So, if either it happens once or it doesn't happen at all. Yeah.
no, whoops.
Right, so
Wrong one. Wrong
this
variable.
is it's funny, I wouldn't have any gripe with this if it weren't for the fact that somebody sort of pointed it out to me with C++ a few years ago, but using the for I in range structure in Python is kind of hinting at a more advanced topic, but to put it simply, basically, I will sort of get replaced with every value between 0 and the number you put in a very high level explanation of what it's doing. So at each iteration in the loop, that I value will be replaced with a different number. World's Ender, all of them. Good. All of them.
Oh, it's not purple, is it? Yep, there we go.
Is that going to be on the test? Maybe. It might be. You never know.
Okay, so enter a number. In this case, I'm going to say, like, I don't know, 17. And it's going to print out all 17 values. There we go. Again, it starts from 0 because computers start from 0. So for people who count from zeros, they do have a reason. They do have an excuse.
Haskell, huh? Okay, interesting.
So,
well, it's a nowadays a rather esoteric programming language.
Oh, I should also talk about
and Erlang.
continues and breaks. That's a thing in Python, right?
What?
Continues and breaks.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, thank gosh. Oh man. So, all right, here I actually have an idea on how to show that example. So, if we're going to determine which numbers are even and odd.
Okay.
Is that okay?
You're the streamer.
Well, what? I mean,
is it okay or not?
I mean,
come on, man. Yes, it's okay. Do it.
actually, how would I do that? Let me see. So, we're going to figure out from 0 to whatever number you put in. We're going to figure out if all these numbers are like either even or odd. So, we take, and if you remember from last time, so what we're going to be using is modulo, the modulo operator. But yeah, modulo is, if you know, it just only gives you back the remainder. So in this case, it will give you 1. If I do this, it will give you 0. If I do 27 modulo 15, it will give you 12. That's not 12, that's 13. Wow, my fingers starting out cooperating. Alright, so in this case, since I is the one that's counting up to the number, so in the previous example, if you see all those numbers, those are I. Well, I deleted the print statement, so it's probably something. So if I say I is divisible by 2, please work with me, colon. So it should print that this number, and to, I'm thinking C here, or C++. Can you help me out? Can I do this?
What?
Never mind. I just got cast it.
Oh,
Shut up.
you gotta stand up on your own, man.
I know. I'm trying to remember, but I remember that there's a string cast. This number, string I, is... Oh, frick. I forgot to say if it's 0. Then... I mean, I really wanted to show like how break I'm working. I think this might be a bad example. We gotta have to improvise here. This number, whatever the number is even. Here, I actually will break at the first even number, which in this case will be 2. Or no, it'll be 0. So I gotta add 1. I'll stop it from being. No, actually here, I'll start the I at 1. That way it doesn't start from 0. So in this case it should print 2. This number 2 is even if I put in anything greater than 2. Else, forgot my colon, print this number is odd. All right. Oh, that's no problem. Give me a syntax error. No? Okay. So I'm just gonna say 5, and I forgot to put in the breaks. So that shouldn't say number 0, so I guess I did it wrong. So as you can see, this is true. 0 is a special number. 1 is definitely odd. 2 is even. 3 is odd. 4 is even. I guess I can just use this example as a refresher to the modulo operator and the for loop, even though we're kind of still working on the loop stuff. Oh boy. So let me see. Break and the continue.
Can you repeat that, Trev?
Oh, we're having a question?
Yes, if it's range 10, it's 0 through 9. Correct.
Yeah, it starts from 0. So you have a reason to go up to your parents and say, I have 0 brothers or sisters.
Yep.
And you will be valid.
you will be valid.
Yeah, it's true. And they're gonna look at you like, are you blind? And it's like, well, that's harsh. So how to do this? Actually, I have an idea. I'm gonna say range 100. And I'm going to say, pick your favorite number. I'm going to count up to that number. So in this case, oh, I should also get rid of this because this is pointless. Didn't do anything. Thanks. So if I is equal to your favorite number, I should change that. So favorite number. Oh my gosh, this white space. Oh, forgot my colon. This is gonna be a thing. If I is equal to your favorite number, then I'm just gonna say you reached your favorite number. Your favorite number. I shouldn't do that. Alright. Your fave. Your BFF number. And then break. So what break does, it'll essentially take you out of the loop prematurely, right? If you want to describe it like that. So just gonna run the code now. So if I say my favorite number for some reason is 17, it's, oh, I forgot to print out the number, my bad, or the numbers. So just, oops, not in the if statement, but outside, inside the for loop, I wanted to spit out the number it's currently on right now. So save it, run, control F5, and if I say again 51, it's gonna count all the way up to 51. From 0 all the way to 51. But I have the range to be 100, so again, if I is equal to 51 in this case, print this out, you reach your BFF number, and then break out of the whole loop. So to prove it that I'm outside the for loop, I'll just say over here, print F, dude. Print F. It gets to me. So, print you escaped. Escaped, right? Escaped the room loop or for loop. So stop there, save, whatever, or actually control F5, I think it saves for you. Yeah, it does. And let's say 80, I guess I gotta move my cursor there, and say 87. So it's gonna call all the way up to 87. You reach your BFF number and you escape the room, the for loop. So that's pretty much what break does. Again, I could end at 100, but if you reach your goal in the loop, you can just break out of it. You don't have to execute all the remaining code there, or the remaining numbers you have left. You don't need to print all the way to 100. So continued. Let me think of something here. Got any ideas for using continue? Like an example? Nothing?
Be creative.
I guess at this point I'm gonna make a game.
Go for it.
We're gonna make a little text game here.
As long as it's fast.
As long as it's fast. Oh boy. So
You're already 17 minutes over your deadline.
my deadline. Oh yeah. Whoops. I'm supposed to stop at the hour mark. I mean, we did cover everything shortly. We did finish up functions from last time. We talked about inputs, which is still being used. I guess is a good way to end it off is with making a little game. Actually, here, I'm gonna import something. I have my cursor all the way up in that monitor. That's why. So, let me quickly look something up. I'm going to use a random number, or use the random, import random, print random, something. So, okay, so don't worry about what I'm about to write right now. So, I'm going to try to use continued in this. It's probably going to look ugly though. Gonna leave it there. Import random. I'm just going to do a little test here. Don't need add 'em up anymore. We got that out of the way. Print random dot ran int dot And we're going to say between 0 and 5, give us a random number. No, I don't want to plagiarize. Between 0 and 10, give us a random number. So if I just run this code now, I forgot what. Invalid syntax. What the heck? Am I forgetting something? I did import. Import from. Is it from form from random? Is it capital? Import all. Invalid syntax. What? Oh my God! Wait a minute.
Yeah, we didn't talk about imports, did we?
Yeah, we didn't. But okay, but I want to discuss about the error that I got. Is it because I forgot the parentheses?
What?
Is it because I forgot the parentheses?
Where?
At the random, that one line. I just added in the parentheses, but like.
I didn't see it before.
Okay, so this is what I had. And it gave me a syntax error here.
Oh, so yeah, that's not how. Remember, we were talking about this. That's not how things work in Python 3. Gotta have parentheses.
Give me them parentheses.
Also, I have a question. Why do you put a space between the print and the parenthesis?
I think it's because I'm afraid of Bash just creeping up and like, YOLO, you can't run this code because you don't have a space between print and that one parentheses. I'm like, why? So I'm just gonna run the code now, and module's not found. Beautiful. Let me just get rid of this whole from thing because that wasn't the issue. I'm just gonna call it random. There we go. Cool. Prints out 0. Let's try this again. If I say main, cool. Main again. 0. Y. 7. Okay. Please give me a different number. Thank you. All right. Cool. I can deal with that.
Yeah, dude. Like, it's a little off topic, but like, if you want to get used to Bash, you really should do that. The war games I sent you.
Oh yeah, it's true. Correct. I totally forgot about that. So computer's number is going to be whatever the random number between
Like,
0.
I wasn't a huge fan of Bash until I did that. Well, I didn't dislike it like you do, but I wasn't a fan of it until I did those.
Number is going to be whatever your input is. So enter a number to guess the computer's number. Hey. No, I'm just gonna call it comp. Comp, C-O-M. That's what you see in games, right? Right? Yep. Comps, number. Did I forget to cast, by the way? No, I didn't, thank gosh. So, what we're gonna do here is, let me actually comment code. That sounds like a good idea, right? Get the player's number. Play the game until you guess the computer's number. How is this going to relate to continue? Probably not going to happen, but alright, so if num is not the same as computer number, then continue playing the game. I keep forgetting the colon. So if your guess is less than the computer's number, then we gotta let the player know, hey, listen, you're too, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna put in the wrong you're too low. Alright, and I'm not forgetting my parentheses here. If you guess too high, then we gotta let the player know. Also, same deal. Don't be high. Go lower. Oh my gosh. And then I'm just having a brain fart for a moment. And then if, wait, no, never mind. So if you do find a number, it'll break out of the loop. So I'm just gonna put in like a winning statement here. So like once you get outside of the while loop, you'd say, congrats. Congratulations. No. Well, what did they say in Ghostbusters?
Oh.
Congratulations.
What was it? Congratulations.
There you go.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you did it. Oh no, I should leave that there. You did it.
Yeah.
You guessed. You freaking cheated to figure out my number.
Yeah.
No, here, let me. Still. You won.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Put a happy face
Yeah,
at the
what's
end.
up?
A happy ending. So if I just run the code now. Oh my gosh. Oh. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Oh, did I have... No, what the heck? That shouldn't execute the print functions already. Huh. Actually, let me do that. F5 again. Alright, there we go. Enter a number to guess comp's number. Alright, so the computer already has its number. So I'm going to guess 7. That's, you're too low. Oh. Okay. In this case. Oh, wait, I forgot. I forgot to
you can't do that like that. By the way, I'm not talking to you.
Oh wait, me?
I'm not talking to you.
Okay, cool. So this is
So it would
actually
look like
good
this.
because I'm actually showing you a type of error you don't want to get with loops. So what we are experiencing right now is infinite loops, and given by the name, you can't. Oh, by the way, thank you, Base Koto. Anyways, we're experiencing infinite loop. We don't want that, obviously, because you'll never move on to a different area in your code, or pretty much your code will stay like this forever. Hence, infinite loop. So I gotta
By the way,
update my guess.
mental note. We need to go over switch statements at some point.
Okay. Well, let me fix this error. So what I need to do, because what it is, it's going to keep whatever my guess was forever, and since 7 is not equal to whatever the computer's number was, it's going to keep going through this if statement. Or no, my bad. I didn't read it correctly. It would go through this if statement indefinitely. So we'll never get that congratulations. So let me stop this now. Alright, I guess I'm gonna let that loop while I'm fixing the code. It's probably not a good idea, but so at the beginning, actually no, at the end, I'm just gonna repeat this line of code. And make sure it's inside the while loop, so that way if you do you know what, never mind, it's fine. So F5 again, press OK. It stops the infinite loop, so let me take a look. Oh my gosh, man, how long was this going? Alright, anyway, so if I were to take a guess, let's say 10. Hey, listen, you're too low. Okay, so maybe 45. Too low, so it's definitely not 42. I don't know why I'm thinking too hard on this. Too high, so it's between 45 and 87. So 59. Go lower. Let's see. Why am I thinking too hard? So it's between, it's in the 50s. There we go. Alright, it was 55. So if you play this again, oh, whoops.
Are you really trying to guess a number between 0 and 100?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
Jesus Christ, dude.
You know, the sad part is, it's not the game, it's the fact that I didn't implement continue.
Did you really go through all this to implement continue and then you didn't?
I didn't put continue. That's the worst part. So, to let you know that this game's not rigged or anything, if I type in 55, it's not going to be, you know, the winning number or the computer's guess. So I'm high. I gotta go lower. So, 20, too low. 30, too low. Okay, geez. 40, wow, really? Is it 50? High. Okay, cool. So it's between 40 and 50. 45. No. Is it really 42? Okay. Darn it. Too low. 44. There we go. So I did not rigged. It's not, I didn't play any magic here that, you know, has the computer, you know, make the computer only pick one number constantly. So it wasn't 55, as you can see when I typed in at first. So I really need to implement continue before I stop the stream, or like, you know, that's a promise. So freaking, let me use. I mean, I don't want to look up like an example on like how. Okay, I'm thinking C for a moment there. Frick. For I in range, whatever the number you want to put in. If okay. If I is equal to 10, we will say, yo, blast it off. No, 10. No, I want to make it game related. 10. Yo, you got 10 seconds left in this match. Right? So let me move over so I can see the whole code here. So we got if it's equal to 10, continue. Okay, no semicolons, please. And I'm just gonna say, yo, check out this number. Yo, check out. Yo, check out. That boy number. I gotta cast it to a string, whatever I is. What is he doing? Oh wait, what is he doing? Yes. No, I need parentheses, duh. So, here we go. I got a weird ass continuing example here. Seriously. This is... Okay, so before I continue... Hey! It's like the Switch demo where they say like, now let's switch over.
Switch over.
Yeah, before I continue. I'm sorry. So, anyways, before I continue going down this for loop, what continue does essentially is it kind of wherever continue is, and it hits that line, it goes back to the top of the for loop and goes on to the next iteration without having to go through the whole entire loop body. All that code that falls underneath continue, it will not go through that. But in this case, I'm just kind of making it like a little, like a milestone. So like once it reaches to 10, it will say, yo, you got 10 seconds left, but it will not print out, yo, check out that boy number, whatever. So.
Yeah. Oh, so real quick, I just wanna actually just go ahead and say this, voice this out loud.
Voices.
Like, thanks Evil Sniper for following Andre's channel. It's greatly appreciated.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry I wasn't like paying attention. I mean, it's a good thing I have Jason here telling me this, or telling everybody, but thank you. I mean, I think he's the first one, maybe? No.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
In any case, it's greatly appreciated.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I mean, appreciate it. I mean, I don't know how much, like, how I can express this. It's really speechless, really. So I'm just gonna run this code, and what to expect here is that once it reaches to 10, it will say, yo, you got 10 seconds left, and it will reach continue, and then it will go back to the top where it says for I in range num, and it will not print out, yo, check out that boy number 10. There won't be a dat boy number 10. Something happened to him, and I don't want to discuss about it.
Oh no.
I know. So let's say, no, here, I forgot to get rid of computer number. Get out of here. We don't need you. Alright. So press F5 and then enter a number to guess. Let's just remember that there's no such thing as comps number. So I'm just going to type in 17, and it's going to print out everything, right? So we got that boy 0 to 16. Remember, it starts off with 0. So again, if you see, like, if you count the slices of pizzas, and you see like was it about 8 slices each pie? Or I guess it depends on the size, right? But you see 8 pizzas, you'll still be correct if you say there's 7. So or how many pepperonis are on that pizza slice. But anyway, as you can see underneath 9, we don't have, yo, check out that boy number 10. What's he doing? We got it replaced with, yo, you got 10 seconds left in this match. So Yeah. But if I were to replace it, I'm just gonna go back to using a break for a moment just to.
I mean, it doesn't matter, dude. You can put it in there.
Yeah, but
it's not gonna hurt
it's
anybody.
not. It's not C plus plus or C. I can't. I can't. Nor do I need import random. No, I'm just gonna leave it there because it's random. Because why not? Why not? It's random. Oh, and that V is supposed to be like, you know, the caret symbol, but like other way around. So I should probably make that not capital, just make it smaller. So it's random.
I think there's actually an arrow symbol, like not that you
In
can
the
type
downward,
it, but it
in
does
the
exist. I'm fairly
downward
certain.
direction. You sure?
No, I'm not sure. I did say I think.
But don't worry about the import random. All this time, it didn't do anything except when we were playing that guess the computer's number. So ignore that. Here, I'll just comment it just to, you know, just to fortify that. Oh, let's get rid of that 3. We don't need that. So in this case, I changed continue. Here, let me show it what it looked like before. I changed continue, which you see what it looks like on the left in the output. But if I change it to break, once I becomes 10, it's gonna exit that for loop. And I know I showed this example before, but to really prove it to you, be like, objection. That number is a lie. We stop at 10. Wait, no, the evidence says. No, here, let me not have to word wrap, or I need to not go off. The evidence says that that the number, or that the for loop stops at 10. Okay. So if we run this now, it will say you got 10 seconds left. Okay. I also got to put in a number. Let's say 11, right on the mark. So you see all that dat boys, and then you see, yo, you got 10 seconds left in this match. You raise your objection with your spiky hair and say that number is a lie. The evidence that, wow, I'm sorry. Wow, I apologize for that sentence there. That evidence, the evidence that the for loop stops at 10. What's wrong with me? The evidence shows that the for loop stops at 10. Not at whatever number is. Accused, intense, witness, in the hot stand. Music. Alright, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna run it again. There's syntax error. Wait, what? Hold on a second. Oh. I was gonna say, what the hell was that? That wasn't a syntax error. Guess my number. So we're gonna go with 13, then we're gonna reach 13. So, objection. That num is a lie. The evidence shows that the for loop stops at 10 and not whatever num is. Cues intense witness in the hot stand music. I'm not gonna say like specifically what the name of the song is, but or the piece.
Oh, Andre, can you do Trevor a favor
Yeah.
and move the just stretch the code window over a little bit more to the left so he can see all of your code?
Okay. Yeah. Mm. Okay.
We'll just scroll.
Yeah. Just go left at this point. Is that okay, or
I think so.
I mean, well, let me cover. I mean, the output will look terrible, but
Yeah, that's kind of crappy.
oh man, I'm
But
sorry.
I guess.
I'm sorry that I have this. Oh man. Huh. Here, let me reduce the sentence here. Like, enter a number to guess. We don't need comp's number. We don't need to guess. Enter a number. Go with boring. Enter a number kind of deal, like classroom style. Like, hey, let me teach you about variables. Now do this and type in enter a number, quotation mark, parentheses, parentheses. We're not playing a game, so let me get rid of the comments. I should have done this earlier. I apologize for that. Let me get rid of this too. Or I should just leave in like get the number, get the user's input. More generic. Let's see what else. You got 10 seconds left. You don't need yo. We can, yeah, there we go. We fit in there. Yo, we don't need that. Check out boy number. Here, let's just do the norm. Let's just do this. So. Seconds. We're counting up. So let's go with that. Counting up. Objection, that number is a lie. Okay, so it all fits. Can you see better?
He says,
Alright, cool. That tells me a lot. So, go press F5 again. I don't think it did anything, so enter a number, more like 1. 0 seconds. Oh, and the reason why it still shows the whole objection thing is because I already broke out of the loop and it didn't get to the 10 seconds because number is less than 10. So I should probably comment it right here. If, never mind, we get the idea. If I is equal to 10, you got 10 seconds left in this match. Otherwise, just print out whatever the number is, seconds, and print out objection and all that stuff once you exit the for loop, or if you reach the break. So, but in case you don't want to break at that 10, again, if you want to leave like a little milestone marker there, just replace that with continue, and once it reaches to 10, it will say you got 10 seconds left, which is not the case because we're counting up. I don't know why I did that. I should have done countdown, but I'm being stupid for a moment, or for this segment, so. And also excuse the output. I know I kind of went off a little bit with the little ending story there. So that pretty much sums up the objectives of this stream. We finished up talking about functions, and then we went on to for while loop. Or no, then we move on to input, and then for while loop. And wow, we just went from bottom to top. So, does Trevor wanna ask something, or is there any last basic questions about programming or Python? Or I mean,
can you repeat that one more time?
spare the Python question because I don't know. It's been a long time. Yeah. So, any basic
Um,
programming questions?
so
Or it doesn't have to be in the scope of like functions import or for while loop.
so the question is the between using a while and using the if in the for I in range, what's the difference? Is that did I say that correctly, Trev? The difference between using a while statement and using continue. Not really, but okay. So, Andre.
So the difference between a while and a continue? I actually do have an example I could probably use as opposed to using the for loop.
Right. So in a for loop, right, every time you go back to the top, right, your iterator iterates. Okay.
Yeah, so in this case, the iterator will be the I.
So if you do continue, right, it does still change the iterator. Does that make sense?
So iterator starts at 0, goes up to 10. So okay, let me actually see if I can. No, I's bound to the for loop, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
So I can't print I outside the for.
I mean, not unless you define it beforehand.
Yeah. So let's do that.
So here, one sec. Let me
No wait, I did this before.
Andre, let me give you the direct line to Trevor so that he can ask you this question, and you can answer it.
Oh boy. I mean, I could try to answer, it.
Well,
like
we're playing a game of telephone, and it's really
not working out with the.
not working out. So
all right, that's
here.
fine. Here, all right, let's give a pause here. All right. Sorry if all right.
All right, Trev, he can hear you.
Well, I'm sorry. Here, here. Let me Control Z. Give me a minute. All right. Cool. All right. So once the code reaches to continue, it's going to go back all the way up to the for I in range num, and it's going to increment. It's going to increment by 1 to the I. So in this case, once I reaches to 10, it'll go through the print statement. You got 10 seconds left, and then it'll go to continue, and then okay, I'm hearing myself in the background. That kind of threw me off a bit. Sorry. So once I'm going to go back to the if statement again. So if that's all right. So once I is equal to 10, it's going to print. You got 10 seconds left in this match, right? And then underneath it, it's going to reach to continue. Then, according to the flow of the code, or the body, or the flow in this code, is going to go all the way back to for I in range num, and it's going to increment I by 1. So in this case, it'll be I will be 11, and then it's going to go past the if statement because I is not 10 anymore, and once and since it did reach to continue, it's not going to read print string I plus seconds, because whatever follows after continue, it will not be executed. Yeah, it's going to add 1 just to I, which is the iterator in this case. The while is another loop. With while, what you need to consider is like, yes, you do need to increment an iterator. Like in this case, you do need to increment I to eventually make the condition that the while loop has to be false. So here, I can just like try to show you an example. I actually have a better example to show. I'm going to do something like, oh, you level up, you know, kind of deal, or like what level you are.
I think the answer to the question though is yes.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. Well, I mean,
they're
here.
functionally equivalent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So. All right. So here, yeah. If you want, I can just do like a quick while example to show you. All right. Here we go. So. Going to do
Okay.
quick.
He can't hear you anymore.
Yeah. All right. So since the microphone was like right underneath me, I don't know, it was like
I hope
really
that wasn't exceptionally loud.
It
Well, we
wasn't.
did put a compressor on it, so hopefully that will prevent any exceptionally loud.
Yeah, but my mouth was like
nonsense
right.
from happening.
My mouth was like right on top of it.
But
a
we have
little
a
bit.
compressor.
Oh, okay, whatever. So, all right. So I'm going to make this. Okay, where's my cursor? Okay, there it is. So I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm not going to get input because that's probably a little bit confusing. So let me just say while. Let me start off with setting I to be 0. I'm going to make the guard statement, which determines whether this while loop should be executed or not. Or like when to break or to continue reading the while loop function or code. I'm sorry, wow. So when if I is less than, let's say 20, in this case this is true because we are starting out from 0. Okay, why am I putting parentheses? That's what happened last time, I think. I don't remember. So in this case, we're going to print out your level string cast I this. And got the parentheses. And let's say you got a milestone, right? In RuneScape or something. Yeah, there we go. So milestone.
Choice reference.
Yeah, I mean, let's say your cooking level. I shouldn't use that your. So your cooking level is this. Let me put a space that way the number's not together with is your milestone. So let's say if. Let's see. I don't know. I don't remember about cakes. What they do? Cakes is like level 7 or something. I don't know.
I think it's like 40. That
40?
doesn't really matter, dude.
Yeah, we're sticking to less than 20. This is the range we're sticking with. So if or actually, let me make the variable more meaningful. Current level. Wow, 3 R's. I can't roll my R's. Current level. Current level is 0 because you're a noob. You're a casual little newbie. So delicious noob. Like nooblet. So I'm sorry for that little scare. So let's say in order to make a cake you need to be a level 15. Right? So I'm just gonna say, hey, you're level 15. Wrong, I'm leaving like that. You're level 15.
Wow, there is no such thing as a your where that's correct.
You can make cakes. Wait, no, I shouldn't make the text too long. You know what, F it. You can make cakes. And I can't really use continue count. Yeah, well, doesn't matter. And in this case, if I just run the code like this now, without increasing the value of current level, if I can know how to do putting that thick parenthesis. Can I put that thick parenthesis, please? Oh my gosh, I've been holding control the whole time. I apologize for that. And I forgot the quotation. So, lesson learned in prints. If you can't see it, when you're writing up code and you can't see the parentheses on the side, don't forget, parentheses are thick.
That is not how you spell parentheses. There is an N in parentheses.
Oh my gosh, how did I forget? Thank you.
M.
I'm going to leave
Good
it.
choice.
I'm going to leave it like that. So, and
Wow.
I probably misspelled the plural form of parenthesis, but anyway, parentheses are thick. No, I'm sorry.
Oh my God, Andre.
So if I just
Jesus Christ.
if I leave it like that, right, and I do Control F5, and I have I somewhere. Oh yeah, I do. My cooking level is your cooking level, not mine. Current level. Wow. Okay. Current level is that. Control F5. It's going. You're forever a noodlet. Like, it's not incrementing the current level. It will never be great. It's never going to be greater than 20, which is the case you need to meet to get out of side, or to break out of the while loop. So here, let me stop. Last time I just let the for loop run because I didn't stop it. So, but if I were to increment the current level to be 1, oh my gosh, can you do this?
Yeah.
Are you source?
I mean, it would, yeah.
Alright, so I just want to let you know that this line of code is equivalent to saying this. Just a little bonus lesson, I guess, a bonus concept, where you just take, let me specify this. This is going to be, no, I shouldn't put that there. We read from left to right, so unless you're Japanese, you read right to left. So we take, so the new current will be equal to current plus 1, not equal plus 1. So if current level is 0, then it's going to say 0 plus 1, then assign itself to that value, which will be 1. So so if I just start the code now, it increments. So your cooking level is 0 to 19, because again it starts from 0 and counts that as 1. I'm not the adder here, so again, so your level 15, you can make cakes. Oh wait, I forgot the U. I did forget the U. Oh boy.
Yeah, you may have also forgotten the lack of an M in parentheses.
What?
Or parentheses.
Well, how would I forget about the M? Anyway, so so your cooking level is 0, your cooking level is 1, yada yada yada. You got that. You go down to 15. Again, you get that special milestone message like you can make cakes, and then 16, 17, 18, 19. So I guess one of the main difference between for loop and while loop is that for loop, you already have something there for you that increments automatically, whereas with while loop you do need to like manually increment something or change a value to make the guard statement. And what I mean by guard statement, I know I said this multiple times and I haven't really pointed it out, but like this is the guard statement here. Current level is less than 20. So if current level is less than 20, you know what, let me make it more realistic. This is RuneScape. This is RuneScape 4, everybody. So
Andre, you really miss out when you don't read chat.
Man, I missed out, have I? This is my curse. I mean, at least you're there.
I'm certainly enjoying it.
That's good. I love that. So we're gonna say current level is less than the max level that you can get, and it's 99, right? But if your current level is 15, then you can make cakes. So, but let's say I don't wanna train after. I don't want to train my level after I reach like a certain, like after I grind so hard, to the point after grinding so hard for hours, I don't want to train anymore. For now. So if current level is greater than let's say I grinded so hard to 47, because I think 47 is a hard number. It has that, I don't know, sound to it. I don't know. It's just something that pops in my head. So I'm going to continue. And at this point, I'm going to make sure it doesn't print anything about having my level to be magically increasing without me training, right? So, like, I wouldn't say magically because people bought in that game. You like 69 better? I mean, it does look like the what was it, the yin yang symbol. So that is an interpretation that I see 69 as. Do they have prints? Yeah, I'm missing out in the chat. I'm sorry. Like, I literally have the computer like 90 degrees, like, and I'm like looking straight ahead at the TV. That's why I have that issue of like seeing where my cursor is, like where my mouse is. But 47. You know what? Here, for you, I'm gonna add this. If current level is greater than 69, I'm gonna say I'm back to grind. Grin. I'm back to grind. I'm back to grinding. Cooking. Quotation mark cooking. And then I'm just gonna break it there because I don't wanna level up. And hey, look! Would you look at that, Jason? We found an example where it uses both continue and break. Awesome. However, I need to move this line of code. Why? Because if we do reach to 47, it's going to continue and it's never going to increment. Thus, we're going to have infinite loop. So if I just move this.
So all right. So Trev asked, what does break do again?
Break.
So break. Well, Andre.
Okay. No. I mean, if you already have the answer.
No, you should explain. You are the one who's doing this.
No. You're the star student here.
Excuse me.
No. Okay, my bad. You're the star sensei. Okay. Here, I'll make the comment here. I shouldn't. You know what? I should have done this before. Like
you should probably comment both of them.
Yeah. So this breaks out. Okay. I wouldn't use the word break and pull off like the again with the switch. You know, like we'll switch over.
What's the at?
I don't know. Freaking it's using Perl. That's what we learned today. Okay. So break exits the while loop in this case. Exit the loop. I mean, we already know what kind of loop it is. It's a while. So I'm just gonna say exits loop. It's assumed to be a while. Um, continue will go back up to the start. To the start. To the start. I hope we can assume that start is at the top. So not the top of the code where it says random. Remember, we ignore that. It's just there because it's random. I apologize for that if it was a joke. Alright. So, actually, I'm not going to go through this code because I'm feeling a little bit lazy. So I'm just going to exit, and of course I got syntax error because, again, not having my colon there is not, it's always an issue. Like, keep forgetting colons. Look at that, 69. Forgot the colon next to freaking 69. That's an L. That's a freaking L. Alright. So, hopefully it works. It didn't work. Great. I'm glad it didn't work. You know what this tells me, right? It tells me that plus equal 1 probably does not exist.
What are you talking about?
It's not supposed to freaking read anything higher than 47, but once it gets to 69, in this case, once it gets level 70, it will say, I'm back to grinding cooking. Fake air quotation. What? So, you know what? I'm going to do the old-fashioned way. Not, I don't know if it's old-fashioned, but correct level.
Hey, Andre?
Yes.
So do you remember what we went through on the, the very first lesson that we did? Where I did that thing where I was talking about if you have if statements and you have one that would call before the other one?
You're right.
10 out of 10, buddy.
10 out of 10. I'm definitely 10 out of 10. What?
Oh my god.
No. Stop. I want to figure this out. You know what? I'm brain farted at this point.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, if something's greater than 69, it's greater than 47?
You're right.
Cool.
Thank you, T-Rick. Okay, well, I gotta leave that comment there. Alright, so greater values go first. Yeah, that's why. Okay. Because it always went through this if statement, and since this if statement was before the break, the if statement that has the break after you pass 69, it will always continue. Thus we maxed out our level 2 to 99. So I'm gonna run this code again. There we go. Back to grinding cooking. Now let's go check to see that level 15. Wow, this is a long ass script. Output. You're level 15. You can make cakes, and then you just grind. You grind with the cakes, and then you go to level 69, and then. Oh wait. That's why. I didn't want it to print out. You know what? No, that's fine. I actually like it that way. But yeah. Originally, I thought like I should put the print statement at the end, so that way it shows like once you reach to continue, it's not gonna read your cooking level is this. So, but I like it this way. That way you can also see continue, how it works. So after it reaches 47, it's still, they consider it to be less than 47, or I mean the statement is false. So 47 cannot be greater than 47 unless you subtract it by 1 or any number. So once it reaches to 48, you know what? Maybe I should put like Q here. Like, you know, every time, let's say there's a NPC, right? And I have caps lock for some reason. I keep having caps lock. Okay. So let's say there's an NPC, right, inside the guild, and it's like, hey, welcome to the cooking guild, and you know, noisy or something. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So after you reach that point where you're greater than 47, you go to 48. You know, you get welcomed by a chef or chef, and so the chef will be like, hey, welcome. Welcome. What's a common what's a username you can use? So we're going. Hey, welcome.
So to answer your question, Cool Cat, I'm the one over here, not constantly talking.
There's something that boy Slayer. No, Slayer. I like that one. I need to put ampersand there. Slayer. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. Double X. To the cooking guild. Welcome to the guild. Well, we can assume it's cooking guild, right? So we're gonna annoy, you know, the player, you know, inside the guild for every time their current level is greater than 47, right? And then we're going to continue the code. Actually, I should also move the code, or I should move the print statement down there too. That way we can actually see. Okay, I guess I take back what I said earlier about this. Print. Print. Alright, so the output, I'm going to go down this time. So here's what's going to happen. Current level is equal to 0. It's less than 100, which is true, so it's going to go through the while loop. It's going to increment the current level by 1, and then it's going to go through the series of if statements you see there. So if 1 is equal to 15, which is not, then it's going to go to the next if statement. So I feel grindy today, or now. So once it fails to go through the first if statement, saying that if current level is 15, then it goes down to the next if statement, saying if it's greater than 69, which is not, then it goes down to the next. Then let's say it goes to 15. It will print your level is 15, so you can make cakes. Chocolate cakes is chocolate flakes. Wow, I apologize. Chocolate cakes, you can make cakes at 15. Let's assume that. I hope. Parentheses are thick. Who cares? I guess. I feel grindy today. So if the current level is greater than 69, then it's going to print this and breaks out of the loop. And then, but if it's in this case, I guess if it's greater than, no, I wouldn't say greater than 15. If it's greater than, if this fails, right? Or actually, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So if this fails, right? We don't have to worry about getting out of the loop prematurely. We can't be like level 15 and just be like, yeah, I'm done. So yeah, I'm really confusing. So if the current level is greater than 48 or 47, my bad, I can't read numbers, then print out, hey, welcome, username, thatboyslayer XX to the guild, and then it's going to continue and not print out what your current level is. So in this case, it will only print out your cooking level is if it's not level 15, you are not greater than 70, and your current level is also not greater than 47. So in this case, let's give it a shot. I don't want to keep guessing here. Yeah, we definitely annoyed this output here. This shell. It's like, yeah, welcome to Python, Andre. I'm like, okay, here. Let me populate the shell with all these Dat Boy Slayers. So let's see. 1 through 15. It's natural. It just increments by 1 and prints out what level you are. Once you get to 15, you get the milestone, you get the little fireworks coming out, right? You can make cakes, kakes, and then also prints out 15. But then it counts all the way up to 47 with from 16. So we already got past the milestone, check. So next part is it increments by 1 over here, right? Plus 1 makes it 16, then does, repeats all the way to 47, way off. So once it reaches to 47, okay, my bad, 48, because 47 cannot be greater than 47. Once it reaches to 48, it will print a welcome Dat Boy Slayer, annoyingly, because, I don't know why the chef would be like, hey, I'm a loner here. And then it's gonna continue. It's not gonna, and as you noticed, like with all these welcome Dat Boy Slayer prints output, it's not printing out your cooking level, so we don't know what our current cooking level is. But if you just count like how many Dat Boy Slayers you see here, you can say like starting from here, this is 48. Your cooking level is 49. This is 50. Probably down here is like 55. Probably wrong, most likely. And then at the bottom you can see here is I'm back to grinding cooking. So you know that your current level must be 70 at this point. So all this highlighted stuff, starting from 48, no, 13. So starting from 47, there's 13 of these statements. So all right. So any questions from Trevor? We definitely went overboard.
He says he doesn't think so.
All right, cool. It's already past midnight. I'm surprised. Last time I checked, it was like 11. Yeah, it was like 11:30, I think.
Well, I mean, it's all right. I don't think Trevor minds, right?
No, he's there. He's gonna.
Trevor, do you mind?
No. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Oh, that he went over.
Yeah, dude. Freaking like. Originally, before the stream, we were like, hey, like. Get it done by 11, and I'm like, okay, sure. And then I totally lost track of time. I apologize, Trevor. Talking about JavaScript here, or wait, is it called Java? Yes, it is called JavaScript. I apologize. So, yeah. Sorry, Trevor. Did he say that's okay?
Yeah, he said it's okay.
Okay.
No, actually, he said he hates you and he never wants to talk to you again. He's gonna come here and burn down your bedroom specifically.
And pull a snake right outside and just like leave it on my bed as I'm sleeping.
A snake?
Dude, there's a snake outside.
Oh. That's a very specific thing for you to expect me to remember. The snake you remember seeing like a week ago.
It freaking lives right there at the bush at the bottom of the staircase.
Does it live there?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was like, it just slithered inside the bush. I'm like, well, I mean, you always come out from there, so I guess you do have like a little hole there. Wow, okay. Well, I mean, apparently I'm being shipped to Trevor. Oh no. That escalated quickly. I mean, the way I imagine it, he just like picks up the snake and just like one-handed, just drops it on top of my blankets as I'm sleeping. I'm like, great. But wow. I mean, I'm pretty sure Trevor can get the idea of what. Yeah, wait, no, he's watching the stream. I'm an idiot for a moment. He can see the chat. Anyway. So, but I mean, questions are not limited to just the Trevor, but.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys are expert programmers, and you guys are just looking down at me like, wow, look at this noob Python. He's gonna F up, with that parentheses, Oh, God.
Goodness, Andre.
But, yeah, any, questions, answers, comments before we go for the night? And, cry in our sleeps as we have, to deal with school.
Yeah, it was snakes. As we have to deal with snakes.
Yep. And then
with Trevor's snake, specifically.
Yep. He's like, no, he just drops it on my bed, and he's like, thanks for teaching me Python. Walks away. He's like,
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Just an actual Python.
Oh my God. Oh boy, here we go. I like to ask a question. All right, we're ready for this. It's gonna be really hard. It's like, find a determinant of 3x3 matrix in this Python script. It's like, what? No. I can't.
Actually, that shouldn't be that hard.
No, stop.
Realistically speaking.
Stop.
I mean, come on, dude.
No, we'll do that on the next stream. Strum. All right. Let's hear it. Cool cat. And I'll have Jason answer.
No, you can answer it.
I'm not a big boy. I'm a big boy. Let's do this. All right. But if he asks a question that I don't understand,
yeah, sure.
Yeah, you gotta help
me. So the official submission date is gonna be December the 5th, 2017. Just wait for it, bud.
Well, you already have it planned already.
Hell yeah! Are you kidding me? It's really important. That word is it's really a cornerstone of our modern culture.
That's my birthday.
Oh shit! Really?
Wow! What a freaking
wow!
Damn! Holy frick! Wow!
Damn!
What a freaking.
So based Kodo, it is in the dictionary. It's just not in the official Merriam-Webster dictionary.
Yeah. And then you see it in the Urban Dictionary example sentences. It's like, that parentheses are thick. It's like. But yeah.
Man, that's quite a coincidence.
Yeah.
It's 365 days in a year, and I happen to pick the one. Jesus.
It's like with 2 parentheses, open parentheses. All right. So.
All right. So if nobody has any more questions.
Hopefully we go and stream tomorrow or Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday
if I don't
definitely.
Fucking fail out of college tomorrow with that fucking DSP test.
Not even at the end of the
Son of
semester
a
yet.
bitch.
Oh well. Alrighty then. So thank you for joining. Thank you for watching the stream. And
yeah, good night, everybody.
Have a good day. Have a good night, depending where you live.
If in the event that you happen to show up again, we may be possibly doing Python, or we may be making some random bullshit in C or C++. So So if you just enjoy that, Andre is more proficient in C++ than he is in Python.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, earlier in the chat they were like...
Or at least he's supposed to be more proficient in C++ than he is in Python.
Wow.
So,
Well, I mean, I think that's accurate. But, alrighty.
Alright.
Alright, guys.
Yep.
Everybody, boys and girls, good night. Or where I am, good night. Rip stream, yep. Yep, thank you.